All right, fucking back in. This boy's back in town. It's good to be back.
The boys are back in town. Bobby, cue up that song where it says the boys are back in town.
The boy, here, let's do a cover. The boys are back in town. Back in town. We're back in town. We're back in town. I went to a car. I drove to my town. I'm back in town.
Rock and roll all night.
The boys are back in town.
And the boys are back.
I heard Gene Simmons is a dick.
Who?
Gene Simmons.
Is that a Kiss song?
No.
Then why were we talking about Gene Simmons?
Because you were all right. Roll the intro. So what I'm saying is I should go off my meds.
No.
And get back into that state.
I don't condone this.
Welcome back.
Shout out God. Shout out Jesus.
Deep.
Welcome to the Extraordinary Podcast Spectacular with Eddie and Tommy.
What song was a Kiss song?
You were singing one. You're like, oh no.
Oh, is that a Kiss? Is that
Yeah.
Kiss? I didn't know who it was. I was just saying.
This fucking idiot. All right, welcome back to the Extraordinary Podcast Spectacular. I'm Eddie.
Jinx.
Whoa.
You can't talk for the rest of the episode.
You do this every episode.
And it works every episode.
And this is a very special live edition. Not really live, but
It's live to us.
We're back together.
Because we're in life. Listen to this.
Ow. He slapped my leg.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back in the OH. You know what we say.
I don't go to school there.
And yeah, it's really boring around here. I forgot how boring and...
Dude, this is my state.
I mean, I was born here. Am I not allowed to shit talk a place that I was born in?
Why is your hoodie all stained?
I don't want to talk about it.
I do.
Or actuality?
Yeah.
I used to work at a place
okay.
that got it real stained.
I'm
going to keep it ambiguous. Man, that was a big word. I'm going to keep it ambiguous so like...
You worked in porn.
No, I'm not saying that I did that.
I
work in porn now.
If you look up Eddie the Rock...
Shout out Pornhub.
Big Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie the Big Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
And Pornhub, Eddie will come up.
No, I won't. If
you look up the Extraordinary Podcast Spectacular in Pornhub, Eddie will come up.
Yeah.
And I also will come.
Because that's our officially the biggest support group. Biggest
Pornhub?
listenership is on Pornhub now, yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't rather like a normal... Like in actuality, you don't wish that it was like iTunes or something?
No, I'm really glad it's Pornhub.
It's not like it's unreasonable how much higher our viewership on Pornhub is over iTunes.
It's because people are looking for a good vid and then they're like, wow, this is interesting. I'm going to listen to the whole thing.
We don't even have every episode up on Pornhub and we still have more listens
overall
on Pornhub than we do on the rest of our
Why don't we have every episode on Pornhub?
What?
Why don't we have every episode on Pornhub?
Dude, fucking you do it. I don't know.
Well, I don't know how.
Oh, wow.
Wait, Bobby, cut that out. Don't let them know that I don't know how to do any of the technical stuff having to do with this podcast.
No, definitely keep that in.
No, cut it out. They don't need to know. Make it seem like I do all the work, Bobby, okay?
What were you talking about? Fucking Pornhub?
I got a new phone today. It's an iPhone.
That was literally not what we were talking about. That's the worst segue ever. That was the absolute... dude.
It's not even a segue. You were like, what were we talking about? And I was like, I'm not sure. I'll make something up. And then I looked down and I saw my phone.
Well, let's talk about your new phone.
It's an iPhone.
That's cool.
That's the story.
Which iPhone?
7.
I mean, that's an all right... It's not the newest one.
No, it's just an iPhone 7.
Why didn't you get the new one?
Because it was more money and it's more fragile and I am a goof.
They're all the same.
What?
I think the new one's probably even better, like when it comes to safety, because I'm going to sneeze.
But the backs of them are glass because of the wireless charging, so it's really easy to break.
Get a case?
You can't charge it then through the wireless.
Can you still use a wire?
What if? Well, I mean, I'm just saying, dude.
Were you planning? Here's the thing: were you planning on getting the wireless? If you were to get the new, better iPhone, were you gonna like get the wireless charger thing?
Probably.
Then why?
But I wasn't gonna. I didn't want the new one.
Here's what I don't like about the new one. I don't like that they took out the they took out the home button.
Yeah.
And even though they had
I was
like,
looking at the new one though. It's not that bad. Like the not having a home button, it's not that bad.
well, I feel like I would get used to it eventually. But
Yeah.
the fucking, this isn't even a real button on the 7.
No, it's not.
It's just like a vibration, but it feels like a button, and I
It's-
like that.
It's just a.
Bobby got the iPhone 10 when it first came out. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
He was
The
so
X?
excited. Yeah. And he was so excited about it. And I was like, that's so cool, man. Because he had been using Droids before that.
Yeah.
And or Androids.
Oh, I mean, Yanni, your story.
And I was always like, man, this guy's such a cuck. He's not part of the Apple gang. He's,
Yeah.
obviously not rich because he's not using the
Dang.
superior phone. Well, it's like someone who doesn't have AirPods,
I definitely have AirPods.
No. I mean, we're podcast famous. We
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
wear
yeah.
AirPods.
Apple, if you're listening, give us free AirPods and we'll review them.
I was actually thinking, I was talking to you about, wait, no, let me finish my story and then I'll go off on this tangent.
God damn it.
So he got the new iPhone when it came out, and he hated the fact there was no home button and that he couldn't do certain tiny little things that he can do on his Android. He was like, he had it for less than a week, I swear to God, and he got rid of it.
Wow.
And he switched back to a Samsung or something, and I was like, dude, you're so poor. What are you doing?
I think if you can switch from an iPhone 10 back to whatever phone you want, you're not poor. It's the opposite of that.
No, I mean, I think they just returned it. They were like,
We don't want this piece of
yeah,
shit.
and they're like, okay,
Now
well,
somebody has a phone with all of his information.
I don't think that's how that
That's
went.
how
I'm
it
sure
works,
they
dude.
restart it.
If they get... Sorry, there's a Woody doll in Eddie's room, and I just made eye contact with it.
We're not even in my room.
In Eddie's family room.
Oh, yeah. Tom Hanks is everywhere, man.
What?
Tom Hanks is everywhere.
Dude, I started following him on Instagram.
Yeah.
He signs all of his posts with Hanks, but it's Hanx.
Yeah.
Hanks.
I've been known this.
Bye.
So did I tell you on Twitter? Our Twitter is at EPS. Or no, what is it?
It's at Sad Boy Crying.
I was looking through our likes, and someone named Tom Hanks was liking every single tweet that we made that was related to Tom Hanks or his children, and which there are a lot of apparently. And
It's like half, I think.
yeah, it's about half. And I got so excited. I was like, holy shit, did Tom Hanks just find this random account and start liking their stuff? And then I clicked on it, and it was just someone like pretending to
Saying
be
they were Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
They probably look up like every tweet that mentions Tom Hanks
Yeah, I think.
and then just like it.
I think they were trying to dupe me. They're trying to catfish me and get me to send
Be
them
like, Tom Hanks, do you want to go get dinner?
And
I'm being you, finding Tom Hanks.
but what would they say? Because they would obviously not
They'd be
be
like,
Tom
yes,
Hanks.
they're
But,
trying to catfish you.
okay, but what would they do once we go out to dinner? Because I'm not trying to suck.
You'd be catfished.
What's the fun in that?
They'd get to watch you be duped.
Bamboozled.
You'd walk in, you're talking to the waiter, you're like, I'm meeting Tom Hanks here.
Watch out! I know we're at a Golden Corral, but Tom Hanks is coming here.
Dude, I never really liked Golden Room Corral.
Hot take. What about any buffet food?
There's a good Chinese buffet where I go to school.
I know exactly what you're actually talking about because I've been there.
Yeah, we went there together.
It was, I gotta say, maybe 4 out of 10. Not that great.
But like, as buffets go, it's better than 4 out of 10.
No, I think that's what I'm highly. Fuck off. That's
Dude.
what I'm highly
Don't talk
basing
to-
it off of. Sorry, we were interrupted rudely by I don't even know who. I don't even want to say the
Guess.
name. What was I?
Guess.
See,
Guess. No,
no.
I want you to guess.
it was Mike.
Yeah, it was.
Bobby, make me sound coherent. I've eaten there 4 buffet food. 4 out of 10. Would not
What
recommend for a
buffet have
friend.
you ever liked?
There's one on a cruise that I went on that was pretty good, but that
Doubt
was
it.
cruise food. So can I even trust it?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I doubt
How
it
do
was
you
good.
get sea poisoning from seafood when you're on the sea?
Did you say sea poisoning?
Did I say that? I meant food poisoning.
I think you get food poisoning from
Like, think-
seafood when you're on the sea.
Yeah,
It's
think
called
about-
not cooking it.
I know, but think about you're like at the source.
It's fresh. It means you didn't cook it right.
I don't know if it's fresh. You think the seafood on a cruise ship is fresh?
It's potentially fresh.
It's not. It's not.
Then what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying it's so weird that we're on a boat on the sea and they have
I'm
shit
on a boat
seafood.
and it's going fast. And you know that song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's going to be one of those nights.
The inventor, do you remember the HQ game? The trivia game that everyone was obsessed
Trivia
with?
crack?
No, I like trivia crack.
Trivia
I said
cack.
that wrong. I liked trivia crack, but HQ was the one. It was like a live feed, and you could win real money, and it was on
Never played.
Facebook or something.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of HQ?
I didn't have Facebook, dude.
I don't think it was Facebook. It was like a live feed, and there was a guy that would go on. He would host it, and he would ask these weird questions. You join in. And then you'd answer the questions, and they'd be really hard, or the first 2 rounds would be pretty easy. And then they'd get super hard, and you only had a couple seconds to answer, so you wouldn't be able to actually like look up the answers online and then answer them. But
Can I be honest with you?
what?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How have you never heard about this? This was like all the rage last year.
Never heard of it.
It was super big because people were like, oh my God. I remember I was with my friends. They'd be like, oh my God, HQ's going live. We got to do this. And then they'd watch the live stream and then play along.
Oh, it was like a show and people would play along?
Yeah. It wasn't, it was like a show. Yeah. It's hard to say that. It was yes, a show, but it was like a game that everyone could play. Does that make sense?
Was it like an internet show or was it on TV?
Internet show.
So they would just be like, hey, we're about to
Yes.
go on, like it wasn't scheduled?
I think they did have a schedule, but they would send out notifications, like in the app.
I've never heard of this.
Well, the guy who made it died. And he was also the
Oh,
co-founder
my
of
God.
Vine. So Vine 2 is never coming out. I remember we
Wait,
were
what did you say?
Vine 2?
What about it?
It's probably never going to come out now.
Why?
The co-founder just died.
Yeah, but the main guy who's doing Vine 2 is still going.
Well, as far
I
as
follow him on Twitter.
What's
Is that
his
the
name?
dude who he was tweeting about today where he was like, oh man, this is such a big loss to the app community? Probably.
He did. I don't follow that guy. It
All right,
sounds
hold on. Do you
seems
want me
like
to
you're
find
much
his tweet?
more.
Do you want me to find his tweet?
You didn't do any research on that. You were just like, oh yeah.
I was
man.
like, the guy who's making, by the way, Vine 2 is called Byte, B-Y-T-E.
BYTE.
Byte.
I remember V2, we shouted that out as the next Vine because
It's called Byte.
we were
Well,
duped.
he was calling it V2 until he announced
someone-
the name.
Oh. Well,
It's
we
called
were
Byte.
bamboozled. We were catfished by fucking Nick Coletti and the bunch.
You and Emma were. I didn't believe it for a second.
Well, I thought it looked like it was the real deal because when I got on, it looked like Vine. Turns out it was bullshit. It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Coletti just so happened to be on it. I don't blame him, but I do. I don't know how he got onto it. Like why him and Evan Breen, who are both very big Viners.
Dude, why am I yawning so much?
It's a warm room. You're all
that
cozy.
it?
It's like a little cave. You're ready to
Can I
hibernate.
snuggle up in a blanket? Do you have a blanket I can snuggle up in?
No, because I want you to be fucking awake.
All right, well.
Find that tweet.
Can
though.
you give me a cup of coffee?
Find that tweet? Do some work.
Oh. All right. Let me find it. Hold on. I found it. Don't bully me for what I'm about to tell you.
What?
It was a retweet.
Fuck.
And, are you ready for this? It was a retweet from the guy, so the guy who's making Byte retweeted it.
Okay.
But the tweet is originally from the host of the
HQ?
Yeah. He goes, Colin Crow was a true visionary who changed the app game twice, and with HQ, he changed my life. He poured his heart and soul into his work, and I'm incredibly proud of what his team accomplished.
Was that the host?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I didn't really like that guy. I didn't play HQ, but I did not like the guy who hosted it. He was kind of annoying. He was like a weird knockoff Ryan Seacrest type. Way to fucking yawn right into the mic.
Dude, I wanted people to make sure they know I'm tired. Anyway, Dom Hoffman.
That's
Is
not
that-
who died.
No, he's the guy.
Colin Kroll died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dom Hoffman is the guy who is making Byte.
How's he doing?
He's
Any updates on
he's
when
alive.
Vine 2 will come out or Byte?
I think he said spring next year.
Jesus, how long does it take to fucking make an app? The first one wasn't even that fancy.
Our new looping app is called Byte, launching spring 2019.
Why does it need to take so long to make Vine 2? You know what I mean? What could they possibly be putting into it?
He's funding it himself.
So what?
So he needs the money.
If he made a GoFundMe, it would fucking get instantly. He would get all the fundraising he'd need.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm not a coder. I don't make apps. I don't know. So
Is it
I don't know
because-
why you're yelling at me.
I wonder if he's not allowed to use any of the code or anything like that he used
I have
before
no
in
idea.
Vine, because Twitter owns it. Fuck you, Twitter. I love you. So rest in peace, I guess.
Yeah.
Good radio right there.
His what the quiet yawn.
Yeah, you know what they say, like if one person stops talking, then the other person just should also stop talking.
Yeah. No. His bio is founder of Vine, working on Byte app now. And that's it.
That's it.
You can follow Byte app.
What
on
if he was
Twitter.
also like, I'm also the head of IT at like some random office,
at the Starbucks corporate headquarters.
manager and head barista at the Logan Street.
Starbucks.
Yeah. You said you had something to talk about.
Well, Eddie goes. Last night I saw him, and he goes, "Think of 7 to 10 topics to talk about." And
I don't think
"Whoa."
I don't think that's unreasonable.
I think 7 to 10 is a lot.
It's really not.
Then I completely forgot.
Yeah. Cool.
On my way here,
Thanks.
on my way driving here, I was like, "Dang, I was supposed to be thinking of topics."
Can I just say that this is what happens every single week?
Then no, we stopped coming up with topics weeks ago.
Yeah, and it was not
Months ago.
It's not a great.
It's been
not a
our
great
top.
system.
It's been our top content.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
I wouldn't say that. But
I'd say it's been better than most.
well, at least do a little preparation about stuff you want to talk about.
Anyway, so then I was like, well, what's been controversial on Twitter that I can make Eddie comment on? And the only thing that keeps coming up is the thing where it's like, like, have you seen the stuff where it's like, Santa Claus should be gender neutral?
What?
And then
What?
and then a bunch of activists came out and they were like, none of us think this. It's the other side trying to make us look extreme.
Are there actual people who fight for the war against Christmas? Like they're Christmas soldiers where they're like, this is not how we feel. This is not how we feel.
So no, they were trying to say that people who were trying to make gender fluidity normalized and stuff like that.
Oh,
Are, those people came out and were like, hey, we don't actually think this. We don't care. This is the other side trying to make us look like we're crazy.
I want to agree with them because I'm
I
on their side,
also want to agree with them.
but I can't.
Oh, I can.
No, here's why. You picked your top, you picked your side. You picked your, podium to be on.
Yeah.
So there's obviously going to be kinks in the road that involve I keep on calling it a topic. It's not a topic. I mean, their
issue.
Yeah, their issue is it's exactly like the thing with the guy who's like, I'm actually 63, but I consider myself to be 45. It's the same thing. Like, these things are going to happen. I mean, you can tune them out because I feel like the average person like me and you obviously can tell that shit is fake and, stupid.
But that was their point, is they were like, we don't care. Like, this is other people trying to make it look like we're, because at first a bunch of people freaked out when it first came out.
They were like,
it was like, people are getting mad that Santa is a man and want to make him gender neutral. And then a bunch of people were like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. These people need to be stopped. Like, their ideas are stupid.
we should kill them.
Yeah, basically. And then the people who support equal gender rights and all that stuff
Yeah.
came out and they were like, we don't care about Santa. Believe it or not.
Well, I mean,
it's just people trying to make us look like we're crazy.
separation of church and state, am I right?
What? What does
Can't-
that have to do with any of this?
Can't talk about Santa Claus when you're talking about politics there, bud. He's like the third biggest
Christian icon
Christian icon, yeah.
behind.
Jesus is number one over God for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what makes Christianity.
Well, yeah, but
God
it's
is also in Judaism and
yeah,
Islam.
no, yeah, I'm not saying that, I'm monotheistic.
So if you're talking about Christian icons, yeah, Jesus would be
number one. Then probably God, which is still once again weird that they're like, all hail God, but like Jesus more.
Do you want to get into the really confusing part of Christianity, or maybe it's just
3.
Catholicism,
Can I go down my
where
list?
Jesus and God are the same person, but also not the same person at
So,
the same time?
listen, that's confused me my entire life.
Yeah, me too.
3, Santa Claus.
What about the Easter Bunny? Is he 4?
He's 4.
What about
St. Patrick,
no?
fucking fighting snakes and shit. He should be number 1.
What
That guy's
about
dope as fuck.
Brigham Young.
Who?
Brigham Young.
I don't. Oh, is that the Mormon guy? Yeah, that's not
Dude,
even.
did you know? I found this out this weekend. You know Steve Young, the
Yeah.
really good quarterback for the
Yeah,
49ers? Did you know his grandfather or like great grandfather was Brigham Young?
No.
Isn't that crazy?
Did he play at BYU?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I didn't know that though.
Why are they so good at football?
BYU?
Yeah,
I think they're not really good. But
I mean
like,
they're like they have years where they're on.
I don't know.
Isn't that weird though? They're like a respectable.
I've honestly never really thought about it.
How do the Mormons get so good at football? Also, I feel like the majority of the team's not Mormon, but like
Yeah,
how
there was, I forget who went there, but there was some guy who went there. Who was I don't know, but he's like a real asshole and also not Mormon.
how can you convince you go, hey, you're real good at football, high school kid.
But you're not going to be allowed to have any caffeine or any alcohol.
No caffeine, no alcohol. You have to move to Utah.
Yeah.
So, but you can play Division One football.
It's scenic there.
You think that's gonna that's a selling point on someone's
Maybe.
school choice?
Maybe.
They're lucky that they have good football
Maybe
players.
they're really down to earth and just also like 250 pounds.
They they prayed to Mormon God. Who's Mormon God?
Mormon God is Judaism God and Christianity God.
Oh shit, you're right. Shout out Mormons. Always very nice people. No complaints here. I know a lot of Mormons. Very nice people.
Yeah, I know a few.
I don't
They're not
get
dicks.
I don't get it, but like I like it. I mean, like not the
Mitt
church.
Romney
I
was
don't
kind
really
of mean
care.
to Obama.
I would say he's not like.
I don't think he was a dick to him. I think he just was like,
It's hard to
campaign
compare.
and not be mean.
No, it's hard to compare the way that Obama's opposing candidates acted, because during the time I was like, man, John McCain, Mitt Romney, those guys are fucking dicks. But
And
looking
that-
back
yeah,
on it now, I'm
and I
like,
would
well, they
take-
were actually very professional about it.
Yeah.
There was nothing that they did that was.
Take any of them over what's happening now.
Yeah, now they're just like, now Trump's kind of.
I was sad when John McCain died. Like, pretty sad.
Oh, I was neutral because I didn't know him personally.
I didn't either, but like, he was a hero, He got
He was,
tortured
like-
for this country.
Do you think Captain America is Republican?
The actor or the person?
What?
The actor or the person?
The person, the Captain America, Steve. You know?
Captain Rogers. He doesn't like racism,
Okay,
so he'd probably hate Donald Trump.
but that has nothing to do with his fiscal beliefs.
I don't
Fiscally,
know
what do you
what
think
his
he is?
I don't know
Do you
what
think
his
he's
economic
fiscally?
policies
Do you
are.
think Captain America's fiscally conservative, or
I
do you
think he
think
probably
he's
hates
progressive?
communists, so yeah, he's probably conservative.
You hear that, guys? Fucking. Sometimes you need to go across lines to enjoy something.
He
You know what I
probably
mean?
hates communism
Just because
he grew up in that time
so that automatically
where
makes
where
him
the
a-
Soviets were gaining power and whatnot. So he's probably fiscally right.
There is one place that I never want to go, but I should probably go sometime in my life. It's Russia. Russia freaks me
I thought
the
you were
fuck
gonna
out.
say Israel.
No, I don't really care for. I mean, I don't. I was about to. That almost sounded really
Yeah,
bad.
it
I
sounded
don't
like
care
it was
for
going to a
Israel.
bad place.
I don't want to go to Israel that bad. I used to really want to go to Israel,
Yeah.
but now I'm a little older. I don't like their president, and it seems very. I mean, I think the Israeli part it will be nice and like beaches and stuff, but
Yeah.
like at the same time,
Plus,
I don't.
it's your birthright.
Yeah, someone says
If
it's
I
my birthright.
converted, would I get a birthright?
I don't think so.
I was gonna say because it's not my birthright.
Yeah. Although, well, no, I don't think you would. I don't know the rules.
I wouldn't be given that right at birth.
What was I was. Oh yeah, Russia. Russia creeps me the fuck out. They have their own hockey league. They have their own.
Of course they do.
Well, like them and China really interest me when it comes to sports, especially because they have like their own basketball league. Shout out the Sharks, Shanghai Sharks. They got
Why
their
do you
own-
know about the Shanghai Sharks?
I've just been watching videos on them. I think Yao Ming owns them.
Oh,
So it's kind of, I mean, they're just, it's really interesting that they have the big things that we have here,
yeah.
but on a smaller scale, but they're still popular in their country. But like, since I live in the US and US number one, it's like, what?
What accent did you just use?
An American accent. US number one. You know? You've never
That's-
said that? Like it's the 4th of July, fireworks are going off and US number one.
It sounds like you're trying to do Borat.
No, that's just like someone from Nebraska. It's like the average blue collar.
Do it
folk.
again.
Okay, just to set
Yeah,
the scene
yeah.
one more time. It's Memorial
It's-
Day.
Fireworks are going on.
There's fireworks. There's a cool.
You're on your lakefront property.
Yeah, and there's like you're grilling with
Toe
your
in
family.
the sand. Yeah, toes in the sand, but you got a nice charcoal grill
You
going.
got a Corona, which isn't American. but
firework going off, but drinking Coronas is.
drinking Coronas is yes.
Firework going off over your head. Yeah, okay. I'm
The
my
number
eyes are
one-
closed, I'm imagining.
The number one American thing to do is use products that are not American. So,
The
okay.
grill is foreign. Yeah.
You got a dog on your right. You're petting it, throwing the football around with your
Yep.
kid.
Got my Corona in my left hand, taking a sip.
You just love where you live, and you just get overcome. There's a single tear coming out of your eye. What you just exclaim? What would you exclaim? U.S. number one. I love U.S. It's my home. That's just the most American thing you could do.
I think you're doing Borat.
No, I'm not. I'm doing the average American man. That's what Obama sounded like when he was campaigning for his presidency. Rest in peace. That's what.
To his presidency or to him?
To who?
Obama.
Oh, he wasn't campaigning to himself when he was
You said
campaigning to be the president.
when he was campaigning to be president, R.I.P.
Yeah,
Are you saying R.I.P. to his campaign or to himself?
to the presidency. He's
Okay.
no longer the sitting president.
Okay. I'm going to take this sweatshirt off because it's hot.
Okay, go for it. Let me see it. He would always be like, America first. Wait, that wasn't his. His was like change or hope, or I think it was change and hope. Dude, I'm getting a sight. Oh, man. Nothing more American than a hairy chest.
Right here. It's a little bit sweaty.
No. He's pointing just below his nipple. Well, it's a little bit below his nipple, but he's appreciate the U Chicago shirt though. Supporting my home.
I have a bump right here. Do you think it's like a tumor?
Can you say it into the mic?
What I said was it's probably really loud.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me. What I said was I pointed to a spot on my chest. And I said there's a little bump right here. Do you think it's a tumor? And Eddie didn't respond. Do you want to feel?
I'm not licensed to practice that.
Can you just feel it and tell me if you honestly think it's a tumor?
All right, come here. Oh God, my dad's walking past. I think. Where is it? There. Oh, there is a lump. You should get that checked out.
Yeah. Do you think it's a tumor?
I don't know, but you should get
Can I
that
tell
checked
you
out.
something? I have like 3 of those.
Dude, what the fuck?
There's one right here. Hold on.
Let me touch your body. Guys, we're figuring out Tommy's sick as fuck. What is wrong with your body?
You feel that one?
Yeah.
There's
They're all
one-
hard spots. Like it's like a
Oh.
ball. If you're a doctor and you listen to this, please call or email in at sadboycrying@hotmail.com at gmail.com and let us know what the fuck is going on with Tommy. I know you can't see it and this is an audio podcast, but
There's one on my leg somewhere, but I can't find it.
does it hurt?
No, not usually.
I think Tommy's dying.
And then there's one right on my like upper thigh that I'm not gonna show you because I'd have to take my pants off.
I mean, no shame, but like at the same
I mean,
time.
I'll take my pants off if you want me to.
No, it's cool. I'm at my family's house. This would be weird if they were just
Let's just
walking
go to your
around.
room so I can.
But
do
like,
you think it's bad?
I don't know. It's just, can you describe what they feel
this
like?
one's way different. This one's like looser.
Can you feel them like normally without like,
I can't tell they're there if I'm not touching them.
well, it's probably nothing then. Probably just ignore it. What if a doctor told you that? That's something my
Like,
doctor
literally,
would
it's
tell me.
nothing. Just don't worry about it. Then like 10 years later, they're like, "That's a tumor. That's cancerous."
Ah, it's malignant.
Dude, here comes your dad. Oh, there
Oh,
he goes.
he wanders throughout the house like that.
that. There she goes.
Bobby, get that out.
A lot.
I'm actually worried about Tommy now.
Oh no.
I'm worried about him more than I know. I usually, joke around and I go like, "Oh, Tommy's dying," but
I might be this time.
Tommy might actually be dying this time.
Do you think it's actually a problem?
I mean, I would point it out to a doctor next time you go.
Yeah, who's got time for that?
I mean, I just like a checkup. I'm not saying you got to go to the hospital right away. I'm just saying it'd be nice to mention, be like, "Hey, by the way, I was feeling myself, and
I was feeling my chest, and there's this bump right here.
there's this bump right here. What do you think it is?" And then they'll probably touch it, and they'll be like, "That's a fucking, nothing.
Cancer lump.
That's just one of those cancer lumps. Don't worry about it."
It's like I can tell by just feeling it that this is definitely.
I feel like don't those lumps hurt? So you're probably fine.
They don't. No, they don't hurt.
No, I think
cancer lumps.
Yeah,
Maybe.
if you find a breast cancer lump,
I don't. It's not breast cancer. Maybe it would be.
yeah, because it's like right below your breast.
You know how rare it is in men.
It happens.
Exactly. So like, why would it be me? I hate that excuse for when people say that about stuff. We were, when that E. coli was going around with
Romaine lettuce.
No, in Chipotle like 5 years ago.
Oh, dude, that started with our Chipotle.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that exciting?
I know, but like, so it was going around, and then before they closed our Chipotle down for like a couple weeks, somebody who we went to high school with, and like, or two people we went to high school with were like talking about it in one of the classes I had with them.
Yeah.
And then they were like, dude, what if we have it? Like, because they went there like the day before it closed down.
Oh.
And then the other one that like the guy who said that like was talking to his friend who was also with him. And he was like, dude, why would it be us out of everyone? And I was like, that's the stupidest excuse I've ever heard.
Did they get E. coli?
No.
Kind of wish they did now because that'd be funny. I mean, it wouldn't be fun. Like,
As long as they're fine now.
does E. coli kill you or is it just food poisoning?
I think it's just really bad food poisoning.
Ugh.
I think it can kill you, but I think you're just really miserable.
My sister got.
No, because some people died from that romaine lettuce.
This is why I don't eat lettuce anymore. Is it weird that
I had a bunch of lettuce like right after that happened. Like every day I was like, I probably shouldn't be eating this.
living life on the edge was it romaine though?
Some of it.
Oh, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's not in Ohio.
It was like a thing where they recalled everything, didn't they? It wasn't.
I didn't
just,
get E. coli, so.
You know because they also had a beef recall.
Plus it was
recently.
served at my school, so if I got E. coli, I would have just sued.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But there was a beef outbreak of E. coli going around, but that was kind of just like in certain areas. And they're like, okay, if you live in these areas, return your meat.
Did you know you could buy meat by the whole cow and buy the half cow? Like you can get a half cow's worth of meat.
I imagined, yeah. I wouldn't. But like at like any butcher,
I didn't know that until recently. I think any butcher.
Yeah, probably. Why
You
wouldn't
can just be like, hey, give me a half cow.
Yeah, and they'd be like, you want a whole half of a cow?
It's like $500 or something.
I mean, they'd probably be
like,
happy.
I think
to
a
sell
half
that.
a cow is like $1,000.
Do you think they have them ready to go in the back, or you would have to come back?
You'd probably have to come a couple days early, and they'll be like, all right, let me slaughter a cow just for you.
The butchers don't slaughter the animals.
But they'd be like, let me get someone to slaughter a cow so I can prepare it for you.
They just have their places that bring them meat.
And then they prepare the nice cuts. They get the meat like straight up though. Like they make the cuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of the butcher's job.
Yeah.
I watched.
They don't kill the animal?
No,
Oh, I didn't know.
no, that's called processing. If you process a pig, that means you kill it.
What?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought processing animals was like when you feed a chicken into that thing that makes it into chicken nuggets.
I think that's part of the that process.
It just makes it into chicken mush, and then you mold the chicken mush into a nugget.
I don't see why people have a problem with that.
It's not. I don't know if it's that part that they have a problem with. It's the process of raising the animal that they have a problem with.
Well, it's not like they're really raising those animals. They're just kind of keeping them prisoner until
Exactly. That's the problem I
process
have
them.
with it.
Oh. It's apparently.
Oh shit! That thing I just totally said was no big deal.
It's apparently like really bad for the environment.
We have a high vegan listenership on this, and by that I mean at least 2 people.
Well, then let's appeal to those audience members. So
it's bad. It's bad.
Meat is murder, but
I eat so much. I had a steak earlier today.
I had brisket.
Yeah. I literally had a steak earlier.
No, but like
I've had 2 steaks in the past 3 days.
Raising cows is really bad for the environment.
Raising cows?
Yeah, I think where the majority of like beef and those big like Tyson and the big chicken.
Yeah, Tyson is the devil.
They put their fields full of animals in like forested areas in South America or something.
Yeah.
So they're like part of the problem why forests
Yeah.
are getting torn down. And then all those cows, they shit a lot, and then methane.
It's not as big of a factor as it sounds.
No, it sounds like they make it sound like it is, but that's
It's
fake
not.
news, people. You're hearing it here, the most
It's
reliable
not.
professional podcast this side of the Mississippi. We're telling you, we're scientists. We know what we're fucking talking about. Cow shits don't hurt Earth.
Okay, so they do release methane. That's true.
Yeah, but don't we too? Like, wouldn't we also release methane? Do we have methane in our shit? Our farts?
Probably, but not like. So cows shit a lot.
Yeah, and they're also bigger than us.
Yeah,
they
so
have
like
four stomachs.
it is a thing. They do that does happen. But like the people were like, why don't we do something about that? The argument is, why don't we just stop using coal? How about?
Yeah, that would probably help a little
Yeah,
bit.
it would probably help like 1 billion times more.
What would we do though? Like, I don't know if we have any resources that would be better than coal.
We're gonna run out of coal soon anyway, so we better fucking figure it out.
What about all that clean coal? What?
I'm sorry, you guys couldn't see my expression, but it was dazed and confused.
He actually gave me a face that was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was genuinely mad. I was just trying
No,
to
not
goof.
even mad. I was genuinely. I was like, "What do you mean clean coal?"
I was just trying to make a little goof, and he was like, the fuck is wrong with this
I
fucking
didn't know
guy?
what you were talking about. I was like, "The fuck do you mean clean coal?"
It's the thing. It's a meme, right?
Yeah,
Shout out Donnie J. Wait. T.
I
Donnie
take
T.
it back.
Who's Donnie J?
Donnie J T.
That's Donnie Jr. Is he going to jail? That's what I want to know, okay? All these
Cohen's
people are going to jail.
Cohen's going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he says he has got the T on Donnie T, okay?
but he won't spill it.
He puts the D in Donald Trump. Wait, he puts the T in Donald Trump.
He puts the betrayal on Donald Trump.
And it sounds like there's so much shit. Like, at this point, what we're gonna find out, Donald Trump wasn't just peeing on like a Russian whore. He was peeing on.
Oh,
like,
dude, a whore's kind of. She's a sex worker.
oh shit! I knew that actually. I knew I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. A Russian sex worker.
That was really funny because I could tell you're actually kind of mad that you said whore.
No, I know I shouldn't have
You're
said
like,
it.
shit.
I know. Anyway, we're gonna find out he was actually not just doing that, but he was peeing on like 3 orphans and a puppy. Like, it's gonna be something super bad,
Yeah.
and he's still not gonna go to jail.
I saw somebody call so you know how they're detaining people with the border wall,
What wall? There's no wall yet.
but there's wall in some places, like
Okay.
the wall that was already there.
Okay.
You know how they're like detaining people?
Yes.
I saw somebody call it a concentration camp, and I was like, that's a little bit too far.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a concentration camp just yet. There's only been like 1 child to die.
That's what it was. They were
Yeah.
like, child dies at Trump concentration camp. I was like, okay, maybe don't normalize
I wouldn't call it concentration camp.
the Holocaust.
Camp just yet. Like, I wouldn't go
It
there.
takes away, like, I hate that because it takes away from the severity of the Holocaust. People are like, oh, this is it? This is all they went through in the Holocaust? No, not even kind of.
You're trying to fucking appeal to our. First of all, you're trying to appease to me. You're trying to like show that you care about my culture. First of all, I appreciate
Can
it.
I be honest? I didn't even think about that.
I appreciate it. Happy Hanukkah. It's already
Happy
passed.
Hanukkah. Dude, Hanukkah ended on my birthday,
Wow, that's crazy.
I think. Did
first
it
of
end
all-
on Sunday? Does it end on a Sunday?
I don't remember.
Did it end a week ago from today?
I don't remember.
You guys don't know my birthday. Never mind.
That was pointless. First of all, thank you. Thank you for your consideration.
You're welcome.
Second,
Sorry, Bobby. I was really leaning in the mic right there.
yeah, we shouldn't just throw terms like that around because
Yeah, it's
those
fine.
were very
It's
serious
really
terms. We can call them like they're not labor camps because they're not forcing them to
Yeah.
do labor.
They're
We can call them but there has to be a stronger word for it. You know what I mean? Like something like a
Well, they don't deserve to be in prison.
no fun time prison. Like it's a
Guantanamo Bay.
it's U.S. not number 1 prison.
We thought U.S. was going to be number 1, but we got here and it turns out it's a shithole.
Prison.
Yeah, prison.
Sponsored by Donald Trump.
That's the thing. Like,
Trump
I keep
prison.
seeing the tweets. Trump prison.
Trump prison.
Oh,
He's got a
like Trump
Tower,
University.
Trump University, Trump Steaks, Trump prison.
Yeah.
Trump golf course. I mean, this is good for the brand.
Trump prison.
This is good for the brand.
Yes.
I was always saying that Whiteout should sponsor his campaign. That would be the perfect like just play into it, you know? Instead of being like, no, we're not racist. Shout out my African American.
Yeah.
Look at him over there. He could just be like, hey, Whiteout, let's make America great again.
Jesus Christ.
It's a whiteout, like, you know, stuff like that. It's awful. Don't.
Yeah, I'm
a
little scared.
I don't believe in that. It was a thought that came to my mind.
It was a joke. It went a little bit too far. It's a joke, guys.
I don't like white supremacy. I'm not white, so
Prove it. Kill yourself.
Ask me a question.
I just told you, if you don't believe in white supremacy, kill a white person, i.e. yourself.
I'm not white. I'm barely white.
I'm
borderline white. So the only white person in the room is you. Well, no, we got to kill a wasp.
Yeah, I'm not a wasp.
Maybe we shouldn't say stuff like, let's kill.
Dude, we're never going to get jobs.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not
like our employer is going to go through every second of
Hey,
these.
on EPS podcast, episode 50, is this 15?
It's 15 or 16.
We noticed that you said
Said
you were
you were
going to
gonna
kill
kill
white people?
wasps?
What's going on with that?
Like, all right, Mr. I'm just going to say Jones because it's like a normal
Mr.
name.
Jones?
Mr. Jones.
You're-
Mrs. Jones.
Okay, thank you. We're trying to break that glass ceiling.
Zimzer Jones.
Yeah. Even better, thank you.
I was just looking out for you.
First of all, this is what you do when you walk in. Can I give you some interviewing
Yeah.
tips? First of all, I get jobs all the time. It's just something I do.
Dude, you sound like Donnie J right now.
I know.
I get jobs. I get the
I
best
get jobs.
Employers love me. I get
But
the
you've
best
told me
jobs.
before that I just get jobs. They get handed to me.
Yeah.
It's true.
They do.
So this is what you do when you go to an interview. You sit down. You go, what'd you just do? What was that?
My glasses fell off the table. I just bumped.
Oh.
But I bumped the table with my funny bone.
So what you do is you walk in. You sit down with confidence. You go, bah. You don't wait for them to say sit down because you want to show them that you fucking mean business. Maybe you're going to run that place.
But I thought
in the
you
future.
want to be standing over them a little bit. Like you want them to sit down first so you can have the power stance.
Put your dick on the table. This only works if you're a man, by the way. Or a woman. Like you could.
You can only
slap
get a
your
job if you're a man.
So you go in confidence, as I said. You stand up, sit down, whatever the situation calls. If they're sitting down already, I would just go ahead and sit down.
When do I shake their hand?
You don't. You spit on it. You spit on your own hand, and then you hand it out like it's a friendship. Because if they, it's actually a business move.
And then they shake on it, and you're like, all right, done deal.
It's
I
a
have
done
the
deal.
job.
They have to take it because that's a little business trip. That's a trick from me to you. You're welcome. Just spit in your hand. No gives these backseats.
You spit on your hand before you walk in.
Yeah.
And then they shake your hand, and they're like, why is your hand wet? And
you
you're
go
like, I
like-
spit on it outside.
And they
Done
go-
deal. I got the job.
And they go, fuck. Welcome to the team. That's
Now
that's
we
how you
can't
get.
fire you, or else we have to pay you severance.
Yes, exactly. So that's my tip for the day. We'll have a new tip every week. This is now a business podcast. I was actually thinking about changing our category that we're in. Like right now, I think we're in comedy. I was thinking about just changing it to something ridiculous, like Christian
true
life,
crime.
or we could do true crime if you wanted. Whatever category that you think that we could fit into, write us in. Tell us what you want us to be in. Subwaycrying@hotmail.com @gmail.com. We're trying to find a new
My
home.
leg is cramping.
Dude, drink some water. Let me text our
All right,
friend.
chumps, let's do this. What?
What did you just call me?
You know the Leroy Jenkins video where he's like, "All right, chumps, let's
Oh,
do
okay.
this."
I like how my favorite thing about that is that they made this whole plan. And then he's just like out of nowhere, he's just like, fuck it.
What's our percent chance of survival? I'm giving us a 23.33. Repeating, of course.
Leroy. Man, we're really going back in time, pulling that one up.
If you don't know Leroy Jenkins, stop listening to this podcast.
Yeah, you're too young. Or look it up.
Or you're just a nerd who doesn't know who Leroy Jenkins is, and we don't let nerds in
Fucking
here.
American hero. U.S. #1. Is that the title this week?
U.S. number one.
How do we spell it? Like NBA?
Number. Yeah,
Number.
N-U-M-B-A-H.
Like Kids Next Door?
Yeah.
Oh,
number.
dude. Do you think kids nowadays know about
Codename
KND?
Kids Next Door?
Yeah.
It depends on if they rerun it on the Cartoon Network.
Do you think they put it on Boomerang? Do you remember Boomerang?
Yeah.
It's the channel where they put all the classic TV shows
Like
on.
the Looney Tunes and
Yeah.
Yogi Bear and stuff like that.
The Jetsons. I watch a lot of Flintstones.
It's
on
the
there.
Jetsons. It's the Jets. That's how the song goes. I don't know if that's true.
Jetsons. Meet the Jetsons.
It's Flintstones.
We are
Wait,
the
it's the
Flintstones. We are the Jetsons.
Flintstones.
How does the Jetsons ones go? Yo, fuck the law.
It's the future. Black people are dead.
There weren't any black people in that show. You know
No,
that?
there weren't in the Jetsons either. I mean, in the Flintstones either.
What? When were black people invented? Bobby, cut that out. You said there was a topic that you really wanted to talk about. and it
Not
was,
that
like,
I really
serious.
wanted to talk. That was, you said, do you have a topic? And I said, I have one.
You won.
I said, I have one. And we
What
talked
is it?
about it.
What was it?
It was the Santa's gender neutral.
Oh, shit. Did we ever finish that conversation?
I think so.
We're all over the place. This fucking podcast
What
sucks.
topic did you bring?
I talked about, almost said Nick Kroll, but he's still alive.
Oh yeah, that we talked about that for a little bit.
What's his name? Chris Kyle? Rest in peace, Chris Kyle. American Sniper. Speaking of football, I got duped. I thought,
Yeah, Eddie thought he had won already, but
I'm going to have to wait another week. Because
so let's see. I need to see what's going on.
I can bring up the update right now. I can tell you
I mean,
how
I'm
much
just-
you're going to win by. First of all, I'm going to win my bracket. Like, I'm going to win my game.
Flintstones.
So I'm in the championship. We're in the final
semifinals
stages.
right now.
We're in the semifinals of our fantasy football league. If you don't know, let me catch you up. The bet we have going on is whoever ranks higher in the league gets the winner
ranks lower.
whoever ranks lower, thank you, they have to clean their asshole out with an enema.
Yeah.
So we had other bets going on throughout the season. I have to paint my face as a juggalo. Hopefully I don't have to do it while cleaning my asshole out.
Dude, if you did both,
At the same time, I was planning on doing both at the same time if I lost. But now that I don't, now I just have to do one.
unless you still lose.
What do you
It
mean?
ain't over till it's over.
Uh,
I don't
Well,
know. I
it's-
honestly haven't been checking at all this week.
you're winning
Hell yeah.
overall. Like, you're going to win the game
How do you know?
because you're ahead. So anyway, I thought I had won. I thought the bet
Dude.
was over.
Fuck.
I thought the bet was over.
So I need Drew Brees to outscore Christian McCaffrey.
Probably will.
And he still has a guy playing.
He's going to not win.
You don't know. Drew Brees has had like 10 points the last 3 weeks.
So anyway, what I'm saying is, Bobby, cut this together so it sounds intelligent or sounds good.
And they're playing each other. McCaffrey's
So-
playing Drew Brees.
Dude, stop. Give me my phone back.
Dude, it's going to be close.
Yes. So I thought it was I thought the bet was over. I had won. I
Yeah,
made
he
it to the
tweeted.
championship.
He was like, it's over.
I was wrong.
He was wrong.
Turns out I was duped. I was bamboozled.
You know
was
what I
lied to.
really hope?
Let me finish my thought.
Okay.
So whoever made our league, some fucking idiot, he decided.
I know who it was.
No, I do too. He decided that the playoff system, the way it works, is it's going to be a 2-week game. So you take the combined scores of each week and get an overall score, and that determines your final score.
Yeah.
That's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the dumbest fucking thing. All year,
But
all season,
it
we've
might
been
have
doing
saved.
one-
It might have saved my butthole from getting cleaned.
Exactly. But now it's going to the champion. We're literally going down to the championship. We're
Maybe
in the Super Bowl.
I still have to win.
You're going to win this week. I'm calling it
I'm gonna
now.
knock on wood and say a hard maybe.
It's a hard. He's gonna make it. So I've already won my game. I think it's pretty much impossible for the person I'm facing to beat me at this point.
Probably. No, but it is stupid because it means we're gonna play like week 17 of the NFL season where a bunch of people are gonna rest their players,
Yeah.
which is stupid as hell.
So
Granted, some people are gonna still have a lot to play for, but
all I know is it's gonna be the most intense 2 weeks of my life, and I'm not prepared. I don't know. I'm going to have to put
butthole
together
is
a
going to
new
be
team.
clenched hard the entire time.
I thought I had already won. I thought the game was over. I thought I was the champion. I was so happy. I slept through the fucking draft. I put together this super team, which, by the way, didn't underperform today. Very mad at them. They should apologize to me. And
Dude, my second best wide receiver had 0 points this week. And I'm
same
still
with
winning.
my starting tight end had 0 points this week. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And they had a blowout win. How are you not going to have any points? But anyway.
The guy I'm talking about also won. Let's just use their names. Keenan Allen.
Ebron. So I'm just pissed. I've been lied to so much in my life that I just don't know what to do with my life anymore. I thought I had been a champion, and then God was like, no, fuck that. We can't let Eddie be happy. This is just something that we can't let happen. So we're gonna make it a 2-week thing, and Tommy's gonna end up winning his game. It's bullshit.
We'll
I'm
see.
mad.
I'm not going to say it yet because I don't want to jinx it.
You're going to win. Like, I don't
Dude.
see why you're so like.
Because he still has a guy playing, and then, McCaffrey scores like 30 points a game.
That's not true. That's not true. Stop looking at fantasy. All right, let's get off of it. You know we have a Canadian audience now?
I did not know.
We have a Canadian audience. Shout out Canada. I love you. Thank you for listening. Justin Trudeau, he's number one. What else is Canadian? Hockey. I enjoy hockey. Tommy's still looking at fantasy football.
I'm sorry, dude.
Stop
I'm
looking at
captivated.
fantasy football.
I was captivated.
Stop. Canada number one. Justin
Thanks,
Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau.
He has a nice
Justin
ass.
Trudaddy.
True daddy. Unless he's bad at his job, then fuck that guy.
Yeah, I heard he's not as good as everyone in America thinks he is. But
We're here. So Bobby, get a Canadian representative. We might have one. We'll ask them if he's good or not.
if we ever see them again.
based on how they respond to this, just cut in. We'll record both right now, and then you decide which one to put in.
Wow, True Daddy is really good at his job.
He's
man.
so strong and
Oh my
such
God.
a good leader.
Great, natural born leader. His politics are spotless, man. Not a thing wrong with him.
And he's great. He's sexy.
Yeah, I'd touch his ass.
Okay, and then the other,
Dude, Trudeau, I'd never call him my True
fuck
Daddy.
that guy.
I'm glad he's not my True Daddy. He is bad at his job.
Trudeau, more like Trudon.
I'd still touch his ass though.
Yeah, he does have a pretty nice
he's pretty
ass.
thick.
All right, Bobby, that's up to you. Decide which one you want to put in.
Yeah, definitely don't keep both in there though. We'll look like an idiot.
No, or do
we'll look like
just
idiots.
do you. I trust you, number one fucking producer in the world. Shout out Bobby, 9-finger
Shout out
diddler.
God. Yeah, 9-finger diddler.
His finger, by the way,
How's it look?
it looks like a normal finger now, except the tip of it is just at like a 30-degree angle. I feel like each week it just gets even more bent. And he keeps telling, he's like, it's just like 10 degrees farther than it should be. Like if it was 10 degrees the other way, like it would look normal enough. But just that extra little tiny, like 5-degree, like it looks fucked.
Yeah.
It looks sideways.
Yeah.
It's really not that big of an angle, but it looks fucked.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you want to hang out?
Is this a bit? Do you actually want to hang out?
I just want to confirm plans. So if you don't hang out with me when you say you're going to, then I can tell everyone that you're a bad friend.
Okay, yeah, let's hang out.
Okay, cool. What time are you thinking?
I don't know. What time do you want to do it?
Dude, I'm free all day.
I might not have a car.
I definitely won't have a car.
Well, maybe
I guess
afternoon.
that kills that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can find a car.
If you do have a car, let's hang out.
I have a Razor scooter.
You guys have enough cars to support you.
No, we don't.
Oh.
There's 4 people who live in this house. There's 3 cars.
Oh, 3 cars?
Yeah.
Oh.
SNL's not funny. I'll call it out. I don't think SNL's funny.
I think some of it's funny. I watched it last night.
Who's on?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon!
I like Matt Damon.
I do too. I also like Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
They're very
I like
similar.
Matt Damon a lot better.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think
Is Matt Damon from Boston too?
I think he's more charismatic, yeah.
They're both from Boston?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like the
So is-
Southie, like
So is
Ben Affleck?
yeah. So is
Conan O'Brien?
yep. So is
Louis C.K.?
No, John Krasinski. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, John Krasinski's from Boston?
He's from the same town that Conan is, I think.
That ruins him. That's terrible.
He's from Boston?
Fuck. I hate Boston.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
We were talking about SNL, how it's not that great.
Yeah. Matt Damon was on. I was watching it. It was like, all right. I love Weekend Update, though.
Is that with the...
It's with Colin Jost and Michael Shea.
Yeah.
Michael Shea is really funny.
I feel like that type of comedy, the sketch comedy, is really funny with people my parents' age. I don't think anyone our age is watching SNL normally. Regularly.
I'll watch it.
Do you watch it by yourself?
No.
Yeah, you only watch it with your family?
I'll watch old ones by myself, though.
Like how old?
It
like
depends.
name a cast.
Some of them, some of it's like Will Ferrell when
Okay.
he was on, and some of it's like Bill Hader when he was on.
I'm not saying it was better back then. I think it was just funnier back then.
So better.
It was just like...
I think the people were better. I don't think Pete Davidson's funny at all.
Really?
Yeah.
People were really worried about Pete Davidson.
Well, no, I mean, there's that, but I don't think he's funny.
I thought I've listened to some of his stand-up.
I haven't listened to his stand-up, but I mean,
It's
on
pretty good. It's pretty solid.
Purely on SNL.
He's a very
I don't
funny
think he's
guy.
funny.
I like Pete Davidson. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
He's tall.
That's all it takes?
He's funny. He's pretty...
That's all it takes?
I'd suck his dick. Nah, I probably wouldn't. He's got drip. I think he should leave SNL. I don't get why he's the SNL guy.
Do you like Kenan Thompson?
Yeah.
I do too.
But he's kind of like grandfathered in at this point.
Yeah, he's been there for like 15 years.
He's probably going to get like sucked into the set.
He was there back when he's been there for a long time.
Yeah. He's been there through like a lot of casts.
I think he was there when like Tina Fey was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there after Kenan and Kel, right?
I don't know if it was right after.
Sometime shortly after?
I have no idea.
Because he did Kenan and Kel for a while, and then it had to be because he was just like on SNL after that. And then he's done SNL. Like, that's sad.
But he's
right?
never going to leave.
No, I don't think he's going to leave at this point. But I don't think SNL's that good to like put that much effort into it. Like, Pete Davidson, his stand-up is better than SNL. So I think he should leave SNL, just start doing stand-up.
He can do both.
Get a special. How do you have time to like that? I've always wondered. So I've been to
all year.
I went to the SNL experience thing in Chicago, and which is weird. Why would they have that in Chicago?
Yeah, you'd think it'd be in like.
New York.
Oh, it makes more sense.
Yeah. So
I was going to say Kansas City.
those things, the way they make each episode is so the start of the week, people have to come in with their ideas.
Yeah.
Like ready to go. They have to have like 50
and then by
ideas.
Wednesday, they like pick the ones they want.
Exactly.
Your eyes are worse than mine.
Cool. So they
Are you near or farsighted?
stay on topic, Tommy, please, for the love of fucking God. So each week they have to come in and they have to have like 50 things ready to go.
Not 50. They need like 5.
No, 50. I'm telling you,
Not
they have to have
each.
like 50 each.
No.
Are you serious?
I think it's like 5 each.
It's like 50. No joke. It's like 50. They each have to have 50 ideas. And you think 10 is bad? Come on, man. I'm not Hitler. I'm not.
You told me the day before, though.
What's the name of the guy that runs SNL? He's like SNL God.
Oh,
His
Lorne
mediocre
Michaels.
show. Lorne Michaels, yeah. Fuck you, Lorne Michaels. I'll say it. Fuck Lorne
Why
Michaels.
is this your soapbox?
What?
SNL not being good.
I don't know. I want it to be better. I want
You're like
better
really
television.
passionate about it right now.
I think I'm more passionate about Pete Davidson because he's hot right now, so I kind of wanted to talk about him.
You think he's hot?
No, he's like a hot topic because Ariana left him.
Yeah.
And then
Did you? I heard. I was like, I don't know what happened, and then somebody was like, he was texting Mac Miller pictures of him and Ariana together.
was he actually though?
I don't know. That's what I heard.
That sounds super rumor-ish.
Let's look it up.
Also, people make mistakes.
Okay, but that's like a real asshole thing to do. Like,
Mac
you have to
Miller
be an
didn't kill
actual
himself
dick.
on purpose. You know what
I'm
I mean?
not saying that he did.
You remember, when he passed, we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah,
I was
you were
very
upset.
sad.
Okay,
I was very
but
upset.
I'm saying you have to be a real, like, actual asshole to be like, hey, this guy and his girlfriend just broke up, and now I'm with her, engaged to her. I'm gonna send him pictures of us together all the time.
I mean, I would say that's a dick move, yes, but I
know
don't
if
think
it's true. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know if he would actually. Like, how would people know
Wait,
that?
I can't look it up. I don't have your Wi-Fi.
Look it up on your phone. Fucking idiot. But that sounds like a big rumor
Let's look it up.
because that is awful. But like, also it was an accidental overdose, is what I'm saying. It's no one's fault except.
No, I'm not
his own.
saying it is. I'm saying like if he did that, Pete.
But back to SNL, before you fucking threw me off tangent. They have to come in with like 50 ideas every week. They have to write whole sketches out. They have to act. They have to memorize their lines. You know, they're pros. They have to do the improv. That part's hard. And then, you know, put the show on, right? And every week they're doing this with a new host, you know? And some of them are probably good. Some of them are probably really bad.
They're usually ambiguous to the host, though.
What do you mean?
Well, first of all, they know who the host is going to be months in advance.
Yeah.
Second of all, some of them, they can use any host in the sketch.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's still, you have to work with them. Like if you're working with Kanye, imagine working with Kanye right now. That would be the worst experience of your life because he'd be like, he's the equivalent of like a 4-year-old with ADHD. Like he's just off the rails. He would be doing random shit all the time. And so they have to come up with all these ideas. They have to put in all this work. I don't know how they sleep. They're so busy. How would you be able to have time to go out and have your own career at that point? Because they're in like films and stuff. Some of them are comedians.
That's why most of them leave.
So they can go off and be their own people.
Yeah.
I think it's time for Pete Davidson to do that. Because I think he's honestly better on his own as a comedic act. I think he would sell tickets for sure and just do tours, and then he can make more money too. Like I don't see why he's still with SNL. SNL's not that funny. I don't think that's his fault.
It's funny at times.
Yeah, it's funny at times, but for the most part, it's the same joke every week. They bring back Alec Baldwin to play Donald Trump, and
I think Weekend Update's still really good.
Weekend Update's pretty good. Weekend Update's been always pretty good though. When Seth Meyers was on it,
Seth Meyers left, and then they got Colin Jost and Michael Shea, and it became good again.
Who hosted it after he left?
I think Cecily Strong.
Who?
The girl that's on it now. She's just a cast member.
Is she the one that is?
She's the
impressionist. She she plays.
I don't know acting words. You're gonna have to be more descriptive.
I don't know I don't know the cast members. I know Pete Davidson.
She's the one. She's been there for a while.
Michael Shea, is that a person?
Yeah, he does Weekend Update.
Yeah, and
Colin
Jost.
Jost.
He's from Long Island.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so is Pete Davidson.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I think Pete Davidson is a funny guy.
Tell me what you think you're going to say.
I think SNL.
Wait, that didn't make sense.
I don't think, as a young person, I don't like SNL. This is my opinion, of course.
Yeah, what does your opinion mean to me? Jenny!
Get the fuck out of my dog's here. What are you doing? She's on attack mode, dude.
I've
Look
missed
at her.
you.
Smell her. Smell that dog. Does she smell like baby soap?
No. Should she?
Smell her back. Oh, come here. No. Oh, fuck. You smell like dog. Yeah, smell like right here. Go see Tommy.
Come here, Jenny.
Go see Tommy.
Okay, let me hold her. Get up here, Jenny. I gotta
Don't pick her up. Yeah, just
hold on.
Oh, she's gonna run away.
Let me chase her down.
Get out of here.
Jenny, no.
It's fine. Let her go. Let her go.
Close the door.
Yeah. I don't even know. Did I open that? My parents refuse to wash their dog. They think. Tell me if you think this is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They say that washing a dog is unnatural and it's bad for them, so they don't do it. I think it's just because they're lazy.
Humans washing themselves is unnatural, but still good for you.
Exactly. So why would it be bad for your dog?
I don't know.
Fucking idiots. Love you, Mom.
I'm holding my mic like Eddie was earlier. Am I cool now? Your cord's longer than mine, though. I can't lean all the way back.
Leaning back like a cool guy. Wash your fucking dog. I think they went 3 years in between baths.
That's a long time.
That's way too long. She smelled like garbage.
So my dog doesn't shed, so she has to get groomed like every 2 months or something.
Yeah. Do they wash her too?
Yeah.
And she's fine? Is she a happy dog?
Yeah. They think, so we're not sure. The first time she got it, she got a rash on her ear, and they aren't sure if it's because of the soap or because of her diet. But
Okay.
we changed her diet and soap, and there's been no problem.
Well, aren't they supposed to use like oatmeal or something?
I don't
Some,
know,
like,
dude.
weird
I'm not a dog groomer.
natural soap.
I don't do that shit.
Don't you just take her to PetSmart?
No, we take her to a different groomer, like a real groomer.
I take her to Hair Crafters.
Lens
Sports
Crafters?
Clips.
Yeah, she goes to Sports Clips.
Have you ever been to a Sports Clips?
No,
It's a pretty good time. They do that thing. It's really annoying.
I go to
where-
just a regular barber.
I do that now because I just shave my head.
Congrats.
But the last
I'm
time
thinking
I
about
went,
growing my hair out. Sorry, keep going.
I went to a sports
Sports
clip.
Clips.
I went to a sports clip, and they do that thing where they're like, they cut your hair and then they're like, all right, you get a free neck massage, and I'm like, please don't. Like, I don't want that right now.
So when you get your neck shaved,
Okay.
do they do it with a regular razor or a straight razor?
Usually like a buzz cut razor,
Yeah, usually.
like a
But-
zero.
Have you ever gotten the straight razor?
No.
It feels so good.
That is weird.
It
Me.
just
What you're
does.
saying right now sounds weird.
Getting your neck shaved with a straight razor is really it feels really good.
Borderline, like, does it make you edge?
No,
Edging. I'm just edging, dude.
I was trying to do that thing. What's it called? Edging. It's a reference you guys don't understand. Anyway,
So we were talking about SNL. I forgot about that.
yeah. Sorry guys, I'm retarded.
Yeah. So Pete Davidson, he's a funny
He's a
guy.
guy.
Go check out his stand up. It's actually pretty funny. His dad died in 9/11. I feel like we've said that 10,000 times on this podcast.
You've told me it 10,000 times. I don't know if it's been on this podcast or not.
But he's genuinely funny. He's very good at stand up.
I've never listened to a stand-up.
I feel like he should just do stand up because he's underutilized on SNL. He's just the young guy. And SNL's not even that funny anymore. So
How about you say it 10 more times so it's really clear how you feel?
SNL's not funny anymore.
What was that?
I don't like SNL. I like the people I like the people on SNL. I don't like SNL. End of story.
Okay. Confirmed Eddie's an alt-right cuck because he doesn't like SNL.
Yeah. Because I don't like the same Donald Trump joke every fucking week.
Okay.
They should bring
Because
back
you're a Trumper.
They should bring back those shows like Double Dare. Do you remember Nick Gass?
No.
Legend of the Hidden Temple?
Was that hosted by Nick Gass?
No, Nick Gass is like a channel. They had all those the Nickelodeon shows where they would have like game shows.
I remember Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, they would have Nick Gass was just like a channel dedicated to those kind of Nickelodeon shows. Why don't they have those anymore?
I don't
think
watch
they're bringing back
Nickelodeon.
Double
I don't
Dare.
watch Nickelodeon anymore, so I don't know that they don't.
SpongeBob guy died. Was that Matt? Did you?
Why?
not
Why'd you just
that
bring
up?
that up right
I
now?
was just.
Do you want to make me cry?
Seem topical.
Do you want to make me cry?
He's dead. Well, anyway, bring back Legend of the Hidden Temple. These kids need it.
These kids.
Get them more active. Here's an idea for a show. It's just a show where you throw bricks at children.
I'm
And whichever one-
gonna jump in here before it gets bad.
Whichever
How
team.
often do you watch NFL Network?
Oh, never.
So I watch it a lot. They have this commercial, and the only thing it's advertising for, it's not even advertising for the NFL or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just advertising for kids to play football. And I'm like, how sad is that?
Well, it's because it's really dangerous nowadays. Do you want to get into this? Because we both played football. We both played tackle football. One of us has CTE. The other,
Do you actually
Played a
have
lot of
CTE,
football.
though?
I imagine, something like that.
Like, how bad? You did have that really bad concussion.
I had 2 really bad concussions.
But the first one was way worse, wasn't it?
The first one knocked me out longer,
Yeah.
but the second
I
was
thought
the
the second
ringer.
one was just like a regular concussion.
Second one, I mean, it ended my career.
I think it would have been a regular concussion if you didn't already, like, ruin your head with the first one.
I don't think the severity of concussions is like, it doesn't matter. It's your brain's moving. You know what I mean?
I think mine wasn't that bad.
Either way, we played tackle football. Played tackle football. One of us still plays a tackle sport. I won't say which one. It's Tommy.
We all know. Anyway, I I thought I was really like, because it's on all the time. Like that commercial was on all the time on NFL Network.
It's because people don't want their kids getting their brains smashed in. Because
No, I know, but I'm like, it's like, I don't know.
Pro football players are finally like getting to that age where their bodies just stop working because they have CTE and like
Yeah.
they go. Have you listened to the Aaron Hernandez podcast? There's like a whole podcast. I think it's called Gladiator, and it was done by a guy who worked for the Boston Globe, and he did this. It's
Was
a
it
really
done before or after he died?
after. It's a really good podcast. I recommend it. It's kind of like Serial.
How many episodes?
I don't know, but they're all out. No, they're not. Yes, they are. I think it's only like 6 parts, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But I started listening to it. It's very good. I hate the Patriots, but I listened to that podcast. It was very good. It goes through his whole life. So
I was
like
gonna say,
from
I
like
bet some of it's him in Miami
yes,
because he was a gangbanger there.
yes.
Yeah.
He was all around a wild dude,
Yeah.
and he probably took too many hits to the head. They found
I think
out
it was a little bit more than that.
he might have been gay. Shocker. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but he might have been gay. He might have not been. Not confirmed. We can't really ask him because he hanged himself. And
Why is it hanged? I still don't get that.
because I don't know. I didn't make the English language. And
I think we've talked about that in this podcast before.
he also, they looked at his brain after he died,
Yeah.
and
He
it
probably had major CTE.
yeah,
But
it
every
was
NFL player does.
it was bad. Do you think now that helmets are getting better, or check out Gladiator, is really good. It's on the podcast app. If you're listening to us on the podcast app right now, you
Don't
can
leave
find
yet.
it there. Huh?
Don't leave yet.
No, don't leave yet. But when we're done with this, because we're getting towards the end.
Yeah,
when
no,
we're
I know.
done with
I'm
this,
just
go check
saying,
it out
man.
if you want another good podcast. We should try and shout out another podcast every podcast because we're good people.
We did H3 last week.
We did H3 last week. We did Gladiator this week. We can come up with more later. Anyway, the podcasting game, it's not a competition. We're not in competition right now. We're trying to get the market into a higher value. You know what I mean?
Shout out Pornhub podcast.
There is a Pornhub podcast.
I know.
but,
That's
like,
why I'm shouting it. I've never listened to it.
I haven't either.
Can we listen to it after this?
Yeah, together. We can have a brush.
Okay.
What were we talking about though? Oh, so
Aaron Hernandez's brain.
we played tackle football. People are afraid to get to let their
CTE.
kids do that because they're gonna get CTE.
I am convinced I don't have CTE.
I'm convinced I don't either. But I played with the equivalent of a bucket with a face strap on it, and a chin strap
That's
on
because
it.
before our new coach came in, they didn't put any money into
I think I think we were at the age in between when concussions became really at the forefront of problems in football, and
when I
it was
first
just a
started
headache.
playing, it wasn't a big deal.
No.
And by my last year, it was like a huge deal.
It was the biggest deal. So I think we lived in between the transition.
Maybe it was a big deal and I was just too young to realize.
I don't know because
I
when
played
we
for
were
10 years.
when we were in middle school, when I started playing football,
Yeah. I started playing when I was 9.
they literally did not give a fuck about what they put on your helmet. Like they gave you
Yeah.
the old high school, like from the 90s, like
Yeah.
the ones that the high school kids didn't use anymore. Sent them down to the middle school, and then
Some of them were nice. Or not, I won't say nice. Some of them were modern.
a little more modern.
I
And by
never
that-
used one of those really old ones. I did in youth.
I used a
Probably
really
my
old
first
one.
2 years I used a really old one and that was it.
I used a really old one.
Yeah, I know.
Who knows how many concussions I actually had because I had 2 really bad ones.
Yeah, that's the thing. How
Every
many
year,
diagnosed concussions did you have too?
every year they gave me a fucking helmet that inside they had like the equivalent to a bike tire,
Yeah, you
Tube.
always had those tube ones, yeah.
and they just fill it up with air and they're like, that'll protect your brain. No, not at all.
Protected better than nothing.
But like we're going hard. Like I was an offensive lineman, you were an offensive lineman. Every play we were smacking heads with people. You know what I mean?
But not so I think running backs have it worse than offensive.
Yeah, because they're going faster. But they're not.
You get a head of steam. I don't think playing offensive line is that bad for your head.
Well, I mean, we would have linebackers coming down blitzing, and then it would
That happens, yeah. But I'm saying like a running back's taking that every play.
not every play, because some plays they're like they could be acting as like a wide receiver, or they could be like
But
blocking.
if they catch the ball, they're getting hit like that.
Anyway, it's bad for your head.
The sport in general, yeah.
Yeah, I had one concussion my freshman year of high school.
It was really bad.
It was really bad, and it took me out of school for like a month,
Yeah.
and like I couldn't really do anything. I was out of school for a month, and then for like another month I was like half days where I would go for half the day.
I forgot about that.
And then I'd have to go home or go to physical
Yeah.
therapy. I was in physical therapy.
That was back when you were Fat Eddie who hated his life.
No, I didn't have to go to physical therapy then. I had to go to physical therapy for like 3 months.
Did you not hear what I just said?
Yeah. I had to go to physical. I wonder if this fucking head trauma helps out with
Dude,
having any depressive.
you were depressed in middle school.
Like I said before, how many concussions do I actually have? That like I had two diagnosed.
You were a sad boy for as long as I've known you, is all I'm gonna say.
The second concussion I got, the one where I had to go to the hospital or whatever, they were like, if you get another one at the severity, you're going to lose IQ points. And I was like,
I don't know if they can say that.
I'm losing. I guess I'm going to retire from the football game. So I stopped playing football. But
Can they say that for sure?
they're a doctor. So
Yeah, but doctors, like, I don't know.
I feel like it's a fair statement.
I feel like it's something they don't know enough about that nobody knows enough
If
about.
you
to
keep
say that.
repeatedly getting brain trauma,
No, I get that, but like, I don't know. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying like I don't know if they can say that for sure. I think they're probably right, but
All
that's
I'm
a very
saying-
definitive statement to say.
I love watching football, so I don't want them to quit having kids play football. Kids
Yeah,
play
you
flag
just
football,
don't want it to be you.
play flag football, and then in high school,
Nah,
8th grade, start playing tackle
Nah.
football.
you got to learn how to tackle, man.
There's plenty of time.
Because colleges start looking at you when you're a freshman, and if you go in having never tackled someone before, no.
Play rugby.
Play
Spend
rugby,
more
guys. It's fun.
All right, let's do an email. Then let's end this.
Do we have fan mail?
Yeah, of course.
I haven't checked. Is the reason I sound surprised, not because we don't get fan mail. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I can't read it.
We're gonna read one of them today.
How many are there?
I think there's
Hundreds.
2 in here that we can.
200. Right?
Okay, here's one from that name that we will not mention on this podcast. There's someone who got banned from this podcast. We won't mention their name.
I think I mentioned their name last week.
I did too. We won't say it anymore though. Fuck, freaking get. All right, so
Yeah.
that who shall not be named. What do they say in Harry Potter?
He who shall not be named.
She who shall not.
Zimzer who shall not be
Zimzer
named.
who shall not be named says,
Z who shall
"Hi
not be
guys. First of all, guys, really?
Don't assume our gender. Don't assume our collective gender.
Congrats on taking the EPS podcast to a new level. Emma is my queen. Emma, we're looking forward to the Shitting on the Extraordinary Podcast Spectacular podcast, and I will help in any way possible. Should I set up a
This is
GoFundMe?
why you're banned.
Bobby, can you produce? Keep up the good work, guys. More guests, less hosts. A mom listener. P.S.
She
Emma,
put that-
Whiplash is a torture porn.
Whiplash?
The movie,
Why is it torture porn?
I don't, because the director kind of tortured the drummer. It's a really good movie.
Oh, she doesn't mean it's literal porn.
No,
It's porn for people who like
who
torture.
like torture. Yeah.
Okay. What was I about to say? This is why you're banned.
Yeah.
She posted on my like promo post. She was like hashtag more guests, less hosts.
Here's the thing. It's because there's two prominent people who always every week I see they tell me that we're awful at what we do, and
One is Emma.
yeah, one is no. It was fun having Emma on the podcast. We have to have her on again, but
Yeah.
they always say that we're not funny and that our guests are always better. And what I got to say to that is they say it so often that I don't think it's true. I think they just say it to get on
yeah,
our
they're
nerves.
saying it to be mean.
So we'll go off, and hopefully Eddie will rage. But I'm
Are
not
you
going
referring to the band user and his or her daughter/son?
Yes, I am.
It's a family thing.
And with that,
Thanks for listening.
oh wait, let me go through our. You can check us out on iTunes, the
Pornhub.
Apple Podcasts, Pornhub, Spotify, Google Play,
Spotify,
We're everywhere.
Pornhub.
We're on YouTube, but like no one listens on YouTube. If you want to send
I
in,
didn't know that.
if you want to send in messages about the podcast, if you want to send in content, anything at all, if you want to talk to us, email us at sadboycrying@hotmail.com, at gmail.com. It's on our Twitter.
Yeah, I was about to say we've tweeted it.
So you know how to actually spell it. What you should do is like and review our podcast on whatever device you're listening to. Give us a 5-star rating and leave a review. It really helps us out a lot. We appreciate you. We love you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
EPS is the best.
Hashtag less guests, more hosts.
Oh, special announcement. We're having a sports podcast come out. Tommy doesn't know about it.
Oh, my God. I don't know about it.
Bye-bye.